Hi legends, from a larger time frame perspective, like the weekly and the daily time frame, Bitcoin actually has confirmed bullish momentum to perhaps continue here to the upside, and any pullback could potentially be a nice buying opportunity, buy that dip opportunity for continuation to the upside. Let's go and analyze the price of Bitcoin here on the larger time frame. Remember, down in the description of this video are the exchanges that I use to do my daily trading. First up is Bluffin, and they also have that nice little airdrop event that's happening. The more volume you trade, the more money gets airdropped into your futures account. So go and sign up today. It's a no KYC option here for Bluffin. And then also weeks where you get up to $380 sign up bonus in 3 easy step. And also currently one of the exchanges with the lowest fees where you don't have to KYC. Let's go analyze Bitcoin here on the larger time frame. Keeping things very simple over here, you can see when I have a fixed range profile for the entire consolidation that we've been in since February this year, just consolidating up and down, up and down. Bitcoin is perhaps at the brink of making that big move where it's finally going to leave this range. And for now, the probabilities does look like the breakout will occur to the upside. Yes, we can still have a little bit of a pullback for continuation to the upside, but based on the market structure over here, it does look like Bitcoin wants to break to the upside. So some of the bullish signs that I am keeping an eye on is, first things that I would like to see is for Bitcoin to break above the value area high that we formed since February. Once we can see a weekly closing candle above this level, this will be extremely bullish for Bitcoin to continue the momentum here to the upside. So there is still some resistance above that Bitcoin needs to break through, but also purely from a trend line perspective, you can see this trend line here to the downside, a little bit of a confusing trend. But when I use the weekly time frame and I connect these pivots over here and over here, you can see that we have a nice weekly candle close above the trend. And for those of you that's been following me for a while, you know that when you have a solid high time frame candle close above a trend, that usually spells bullish continuation to continue to the upside. Okay, but the problem with this trend is you can actually draw it a couple of ways. So using the trend the way that I've got it over here, we have a nice body of the candle weekly close above, and this was potentially a beautiful retest for continuation here to the upside. Now the first level that we need to break through is this value area high that we formed since February. But also another thing that I would like to highlight is that usually when I see a trend line break like this, even on the 15-minute time frame, I always tell people you need to see at least a 15-minute body close above, or preferably a 1-hour body close above, to confirm continuation to the upside. Even if you get a slight pullback to the downside, and I would imagine this point of control will definitely offer some nice support here to the downside. Okay, it looks like you're breaking back below the trend. You bounce because you have confirmation over here to continue momentum to the upside, and that's why I'm saying a potential pullback over here could be a great load up zone for continuation here to the upside. And this point of control looks like it could be that level that could give us a nice bounce to the upside if Bitcoin decides to have a pullback first before we get continuation back to the upside. We have to acknowledge that we still have some resistance above. So going back here onto the daily time frame and just see where we are, looking at the structure, it definitely looks okay, like Bitcoin has successfully broken out from this trend, but it has not claimed the value area high just as yet. Then when I switch on some weekly and daily levels, you can see there's still some massive resistance. The biggest area of resistance that I do see to the upside is where Bitcoin is heading to at the moment. We have a weekly and a daily level at exactly the same level at round about $69,020. So let's see if Bitcoin can successfully flip this area into support. It breaks out. It taps the value area high. Maybe it finds support over here for continuation to the upside. Then Bitcoin still has a weekly point of control where the most amount of volume was traded inside of this week over here that it still needs to compete with for momentum to the upside. And that level is at $71,019. Okay, so it's not to say that we're just going to get an absolute parabolic move here to the upside. I would expect Bitcoin to perhaps reject at one of these levels, either the weekly or the daily, before we even tap the value area high for potential pullback, okay, maybe we come and retest this trend once again, find support here by another weekly and daily level at exactly the same level in confluence with the point of control. This area at round about $62,840 could potentially be a great load up zone for continuation here to the upside. Where Bitcoin has broken the trend, we have a weekly time frame candle close above. If Bitcoin rejects in this zone, it comes back for a retest. I will be very interested to see how Bitcoin is going to react at this $62,839 zone for potential load up for continuation. Yeah, back to the upside, smashing these levels, finally leaving the range for continuation here to the upside. Now, as Bitcoin is pumping here to the upside, if I go here onto the 8-hour time frame and we just zoom into this price action that we're currently forming, you can see I had a little bit of a trend over here, which we are now attempting to break out. But we have to acknowledge that we have significant resistance here at a weekly and a daily level at round about $69,000. So this is either going to be a fake out, a rejection, here by this weekly and daily level for acceptance back below the trend where we could see a deeper correction to the downside, or Bitcoin needs to smash through this weekly and daily level at $69,000, flip the zone into support. What I will be looking for in the zone is at least a 1 hour body candle close above this weekly and daily level that could potentially signal more momentum here to the upside to round about the next area of resistance at the weekly point of control at $71,000. So for now, looking at the price action over here, I'm very interested to see how Bitcoin is going to react at this $69,000 area. It's either going to reject here miserably and find continuation here to the downside. The next area of support lies here at a fresh daily level at $66,662, or it's going to turn this weekly and daily level here into support at $69,000, where I want to see those high time frame candle closes above to confirm continuation here to the upside. If you'd like more smaller time frame detailed analysis in terms of how we scalp the momentum here to the up and to the downside, go and join our Legends Pro community. First link down in the description. Like the content for the alpha over here. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And until the next one, cheers for now.